going into the back nine.
Every time somebody did something heroic, somebody else would top it. Ricky Fowler, this was...
I can't tell you how difficult it was, Kelly. Coming up and over this ridge, downhill all the way there, had to hit the perfect spin, the perfect trajectory, and get the ball to bounce properly. He pulls it off absolutely to perfection.
Hideki Matsuyama started the day with a birdie, but had made all pars to this point at the 13th hole, weakest part of his game, but not when he comes here. Second last year, he putted very well, and again, back in the mix this year.
All right, so Fowler, this at the 15th, a hole that snake bit him back in 2010 when he finished second.
Well, it's a different guy, and boy, he was just feeling it, coming down the stretch, pounding drives left and right, 320 on 14. This one goes 344 yards right down the middle, and I can't tell you from up top of that tee how narrow that driving area looks with the water on the left. Gorgeous.
You know, the shot gets a lot easier after you hit it 344 yards off the tee. 221 yards, a soft hybrid. Looks like he's trying to carve this one in there. And he carved it to perfection. Wouldn't have been more than a foot or two away from where he was aiming it. Gave him a great look at eagle, but he would two-putt for birdie.
And this scene that we always look forward to. Players coming through the tunnel. Ricky embracing this moment all week long.
Well, playing 172 yards today. Nothing more than 9-iron for Ricky, and just hits the shot that I thought was going to seal this thing.
Well, you weren't alone. Probably 30,000 people around here, except for one who yelled as he was getting ready to hit that putt.
You know what I mean? I mean, through that green is 334 through. Are you with me on that?
332 yards to the hole. And the longest drive he'd hit all week was 344 yards. He thought this was perfect. I'm sure everybody around the tee thought it was perfect. It hit on the downslope. Folks, the longest drive today hit on this hole. Gary Woodland drove it in that bunker, one of the longest hitters in the world. Ricky, not one of the longest hitters in the world. Some 358 yards over the green. A terrible break.
Yeah, he was one of the longest hitters in the world today. Matsuyama second.
It's a beautiful pitch shot here, left it in the proper spot. Did not get the same hard bounce that Ricky did, even though he landed close to the same spot. And he would knock that in for birdie.
Big swing in momentum. It is a tied lead now. Fowler on the tee at 18.
Well, he did hit a beauty here yesterday. Absolutely bisected the fairway, longest tee shot of the day. This one, how does it scoot through the bunker? With a perfect combination of launch angle, spin rate, and speed. That's called landing velocity, folks. It gets through that bunker and puts him in a perfect position to approach this flagstick.
Second.
Can't get a better angle. Chopping down on a wedge here. Just staring it up and down. I mean, tell you what, wedge shots are wedge shots, but that is clutch. To come up with that, to that whole location, tight to the front.
But hold on. Matsuyama to take the lead.
Longest putt he made all day.
Back-to-back birdies for Hideki Matsuyama, and Tiger Woods-esque from the 2000 PGA Championship. Looked like it was going to miss, and then hooked at the end and fell right back in.
Great call right there.
Yeah, and we are going to a playoff. And we'll pick it up. Second hole playoff in, and Ricky Fowler with this for birdie.
Well, they both had 14 feet or there so, about 14.6 and 14.4 inches to be exact, and Ricky was first to putt and nails it from 14 feet 6 inches.
Anything you can do, Ricky, I can do as well. We saw that just moments ago. Matsuyama again to answer.
Confidence brimming as he walks that in the hole.
And this one just keeps getting better and better. Those two showing a lot of respect for each other right there. Also, Bubba Watson and some friends. Danny Lee coming out to support their good buddy Ricky in this playoff.
Well, he drove it left off the pins. The dogleg right pin was back left. There's really nothing he could do. And any shot that he was going to hit was in a good one, at least, back right. very similar spot to where he chipped in the playoff. We'll take another look at it here. You can see he caught that one a little bit thin. But regardless, it was a tough spot. This was what he had left for par.
Not an easy putt, Brandel, 11 feet down the hill, a little slider towards the city. Reads it perfectly, great stroke. Boy, his wedges and putting were just spectacular today.
Matsuyama with a par putt of his own to keep this thing alive.
So 18, 18 to the 10th, now to the 17th. This was Fowler's undoing just moments ago. And this one, you knew right off the bat, was heading in the wrong direction.
Boy, he picked the right club there. That would have gotten up onto the green, no problem with the 3-wood. Just overcooked the draw. It's real easy to do there. That water sneaks up on guys real quickly.
After a drop and a chip, a poor putt. Meanwhile, Hideki Matsuyama had about 4 feet for his birdie after he missed the second victory. The young man from Japan.
So, Hideki Matsuyama, win number 2 on the PGA Tour. Only the second Japanese-born player to win multiple times on this circuit. Right there with Shigeki Maruyama, who did it 3 times. Hideki Matsuyama taking down Ricky Fowler in 4 extra holes of golf. And Danny Lee, who had the 3-shot outright lead after 54 holes, stumbled with a round of 73. This one belongs to Matsuyama. Ricky Fowler recording his 9th career runner-up finish on the PGA Tour. We hear from him now with George Savarikas in our Titleist Tour.